The MATTA Fair is Malaysia's biggest international travel expo where visitors can see the latest trends across the tourism industry. Korea's Gyeongsangbuk-do Province, home to Gyeongju, the host city of APEC 2025, appears to have received significant attention at the recent fair. So let's hear more about it with Nigel Wong, the president of the Malaysian Association of Tour and Travel Agents, or MATTA. Hello, President Wong.
Hello, President.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, first and foremost, please tell us a little bit about MATTA, your organization that hosts this tourism event.
Sure. MATTA is the National Tour and Travel Organization in Malaysia. It's made up of about 2,300 travel agents and tour operators. And this year, we are 50 years old. And of course, one of our signature events is the MATTA Fair, which takes place twice a year in April and in September. It's a fantastic event. It attracts locals and international exhibitors as well. And this is where the consumer gets to really shop around for some really exclusive travel deals and, look about for new and exciting new destinations.
Wow, that's quite a long history that you have with MATTA. So we hear the Gyeongsangbuk-do Province booth also drew significant attention this year. So how was the reaction by the visitors?
Well, Gyeongsangbuk-do is actually becoming one of the more popular destinations at the MATTA Fair. And it's basically also because it's got a lot of attractions that appeal to the traveling Malaysian public. You know, it's rich in culture, it's got a lot of history, and most importantly, you know, it's become quite well known for authentic Korean experiences. And, you know, in Malaysia, we're big fans of K-drama and Korean lifestyle. And so there's a lot of excitement when it comes to Gyeongsangbuk-do because of what it actually has to offer. And, you know, it's just authentic. I think that's what Malaysians love about it.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. So, President Wong, let's get into the details of it. So which regions and themes were introduced, and were there any topics or, let's say, contents that were especially popular among the visitors?
Well, the list is extensive, but I think some of the main themes that were really highlighted were, of course, heritage tourism, wellness, health and wellness, nature, as well as, of course, K-culture experiences. And I think this mix of, authentic culture, the scenery, and this whole K-lifestyle appeal, really made the booth one of the top attractions at the MATTA Fair. And if I am not wrong, Gyeongsangbuk-do is also home to some very famous filming sites, for really loved dramas like, I think it's called The Queen of Tears. And I think there are some other really epic historical films that were filmed there as well as a zombie flick. So, yeah, I think that's why it was so exciting.
Mm-hmm. Actually, we're going to talk with a film expert later in the week about the region also being a very great backdrop for film. So that is actually true. Gyeongsangbuk-do Province is also very popular for K-dramas and K-movies as well. And I heard that there were many regions that you looked at, Gyeongju, Andong, and also Pohang, many regions that you had introduced at MATTA. So while it's not the first time that you're actually featuring Gyeongsangbuk-do Province at your travel fair, this year, no doubt, there was probably a lot of attention, especially on the city of Gyeongju because of APEC 2025. So why is Gyeongju a city that's appealing to Malaysians, would you say?
Oh, I think that list is also very extensive. However, in short, I think mostly it's because Gyeongju is known quite well as the museum without walls. So this makes it especially appealing to Malaysian travelers because, we really do appreciate history and culture. I mean, we come from a culture that really takes pride in our history. And we love, going to experience new cultures as well. And I believe the city is also home to quite a number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including Bulguksa Temple, Seongguram Grotto, and the Gyeongju historic areas. And beyond that, the area's also got a nice blend of K-culture attractions. If I get this correct, Hanok-style accommodations and really, really gorgeous scenery. And so Malaysians love that sort of mix. So I think with a mix of, its spiritual tranquility, culture, and Hallyu influence, Gyeongju really does offer Malaysians a real immersive and meaningful experience in Korea.
And just for information for our viewers from abroad, Hanok would be a Korean traditional housing. And just an impromptu question, President Wong, have you actually been to the Gyeongsangbuk-do region and Gyeongju before?
No, I had said to say I have not. I've only seen the pictures and the videos, but it's definitely on my bucket list.
Okay, we'd love to have you here in that region and maybe also in Seoul later.
Exactly. And while being an attractive city to travel to, how do the historical and, let's say, cultural aspects of the city appeal to visitors as the host city of APEC?
Okay, well, Gyeongju's deep historical and cultural legacy, does make it a very ideal place to host the APEC. I mean, the city's UNESCO heritage sites and well-preserved traditions, they set this really meaningful backdrop that reflects, Korea's past achievements and, more importantly, how it fits into the global vision. So hosting APEC in Gyeongju highlights how heritage and innovation can really complement one another. And I think delegates will probably be able to experience a unique cultural experience that is really going to strengthen, people to people and business connections.
Excellent. And talking a little bit more maybe on a little bit of those business connections or the tourism aspect at least, it's very beautiful to see a lot of Asian countries traveling amongst each other. How popular as a travel destination is Korea right now to the Malaysian people, and what kind of tourism cooperation exists between our two countries?
Okay, I think Korea has long been a very staple on the menu of Malaysian travelers, and the interest in the country continues to be very strong, and especially more so now since that there are new upcoming destinations like Gyeongsangbuk-do who are really making efforts to promote its various attractions. Now, this is also driven especially by, the K-pop, K-dramas, which are super popular in Malaysia, food and culture. We've got lots of Korean restaurants in Kuala Lumpur. And these sort of soft power factors really influence how Malaysians view Korea and why we travel there so often. I think in recent years, we've had more than 200,000 Malaysians travel to Korea annually just for tourism alone. That's not business, just for leisure tourism. And on top of that, Korea is also well known for its medical and wellness attractions and products and services, with quite a number of medical tourists actually citing cultural appeal as one of the additional reasons why they travel to Korea.
So, President Wong, you did mention the huge popularity of K-dramas in Malaysia, but these days, do you see any new changes in what Malaysian people are into when it comes to different aspects of the Korean wave? You mentioned K-dramas, K-food, but is there anything else? And K-medical as well, but anything new that you're seeing these days, maybe?
Well, I think it's really a bit of a global trend, and this is where Korea is also excelling quite a bit in. People are now looking for really, really authentic experiences. And so when there's a new destination, there's a new product that fits into that same culture that people come to expect, it's almost like a different dimension of the destination. And so, as far as Korea is concerned at the moment, we're seeing a lot of new interest because there seems to always be something new that we can expect from Korea, not just its culture, but in the many places we've actually yet to visit.
Okay, and also what aspects of Korea do you think would draw even more tourists from Malaysia to Korea? And also personally, what do you think are the most appealing points for Malaysians when traveling to Korea?
Okay, I've already mentioned quite a bit about K influence in the minds of the Malaysian consumers, so that's going to be one of the major draws. But I think to attract even more Malaysian visitors, an emphasis on Muslim-friendly travel is going to make a huge difference, whether it's halal certified dining or the availability of prayer rooms and Muslim-friendly tour packages. These are going to be key towards capturing a larger part of the Malaysian market. Now, don't get me wrong. Malaysian Muslim travelers are very flexible. They want to see everything that non-Muslim travelers want to see. And these are just some of the small, minor things that they will look for in ensuring a comfortable tourist experience. Aside from that, I think many Malaysians do appreciate many of the destinations that combine this modern lifestyle, K-culture, and natural beauty. Places like, well-known places like Busan, Jeju, and Gyeongju actually perfectly balance, both. And apart from that, we love, our Instagram. We love our social media, and so many Malaysians will travel seasonally to see things like the cherry blossoms, especially in autumn. Winter festivals can be a huge draw. We love snow. And of course, I have heard that there's a rising number of people who are going there just to see concerts and to participate in events. But I think rounding up personally, I think Malaysians are just enamored, by the really authentic cultural experiences, the warm hospitality of the Korean people, and in a way, to sort of live a little bit of that K-drama and K-pop dream, that we see so much of.
Right. I find it very interesting that you mentioned that Malaysians love the snow, because I heard that it is a very popular time to come to Korea during autumn and winter, especially because of the different weather that you can experience while you are in Korea. Now, before we let you go, I just want to ask you about the next MATTA trade fair. I heard it's actually taking place twice a year. So do you have any plans already to showcase any other parts of Korea for your next trade fair? Or your travel fair, that is? Mm-hmm.
Sure. Our next trade fair takes place in April 2026, and we are working very, very closely with the Korean Tourism Organization, and of course the various provinces and destinations from Korea that have visited us personally. So while I'm not at liberty to say what exactly is going to happen, all I can say is that it's going to be exciting, and I am very sure that visitors to the fair are going to be able to see something new this coming April.
All right. Thank you very much, President Wong, for connecting with us today. And we sincerely hope for tourism between Malaysia and Korea to grow even more from here on. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Walter. As always, we're going to see you back here next week.
See you next week.